Alrighty, watch fans, depending on when you're watching this, welcome to Friday, welcome to the weekend, glad you made it, and glad you made it for another Hotness pick. And I'm happy to have this one in. As you can see, this is another timepiece from UNIQ. Many of you were very happy with your purchase of the last UNIQ timepiece we did a few Hotness picks back, which was the P47 Thunderbolt, even though I got the name wrong, and I'm getting old and whatnot, so you'll have to bear with me on that. However, this time I will get the name right. From UNIQ, this is the GAF44, GAF44. And what that stands for is Georgian Armed Forces, GAF, Georgian Armed Forces. And that is Georgia, the country, not the Georgia Peach, y'all. The state of Georgia. Just actually, I'm kind of in their suburbs here in Jacksonville. Great opportunity here. 4 different models being made available to you. We'll take a look at each of those very quickly, and then we'll dive into a more detailed review on one of them. This is obviously your classic black. So if you're looking for a very classic color, this is going to work for you. So what are you getting? 44 millimeter case diameter, and again, remember, we measure our timepieces this way, not so much this way. So 44 millimeters, very large dial opening, minimal fixed bezel, which is going to help this wear larger. It is Swiss made. You've got the Swiss Ronda 515 3-hand quartz movement with your date display that has been done here. It is 10 ATM water resistant. Has a medallion style case back decorated. We'll show you that in the more detailed review. You've got broadsword style hands. You've got a custom second hand, custom dial with the Georgian flag. If you scroll down to where I'm showing you the quote-unquote beauty shots, the high-res images of the various timepieces, I have included one of the flag shots that have been done there. Everything is done in Georgian Cyrillic on the dial and the case back. And the kind of interesting thing is, if you've seen Russian Cyrillic, I know many of you have on the various Russian timepieces you may have seen or have in your own collection. Very, very different, and we'll show you that on the case back as well. And you can see that on some of the beauty shots as well. Just remember, scroll down, further down the page, have a look at each of those. Now, this is the black. We'll take a look at the next option. Now, this is the second option that's going to be available to you. You would order this as khaki, and that is going to refer to your dial color, which is kind of a military OD green. This is going to come to you on a black leather strap. And by the way, did I mention you get a second strap with each of these? You'll get a 3-ring NATO. Obviously that black we just looked at comes with your classic black. Here is the green strap, and you can see the UNIQ logo that is custom designed. 3-ring NATO strap with a buckle. Everything as you would expect with that. Here's the other side of that. You can see the 2 rings that have been done there. And there is your custom buckle. A little hard to see because it's overfolded there. But this is going to be your khaki option that has been done on that. Each of these will come with their own straps. I'll show you those. And again, remember, scroll down, have a look at the beauty shots further down. On the medallion style case back, which I'll give you a look at here in the detailed review, that will show the numbered limited edition status of this timepiece. And yes, it is a numbered limited edition. I've seen other places refer to 100 of these made. These are numbered on the case back to 70 per dial color, which is important. We'll talk about that. But obviously very exclusive in their availability. So do give that some consideration as you are making your purchasing decision. But this is khaki. This is the most militaristic of the looks because of the green, the OD green or khaki, if you prefer that term, that's been done on there. And you can see that through the sapphire crystal. And then of course the hands and the hour markers being done in super luminova, the brightest of the paint or paste style luminescent material. So once you've got it glowing, you'll get, or fully charged anyway, and glowing, you'll have quite a bit of long-lasting superluminova there. So this is the second option. Let's take a look at the third. And here is option number 3. This is, as many of you who have been with me for a while with the hotness picks know, I'll very often have a hotness pick within the hotness pick. This is one of 2 hotness picks within this UNIQ GAF44, the Georgian Armed Forces 44. In the gray. I like gray. It's a very good looking color here, and I'd really urge you to give this one some very serious consideration. You have the gray dial that's been done on there, as well as the strap, pilot style strap with that box stitching done in the contrast white. We'll give you a more detailed look at the front and the back of the strap and the detailed review in just a moment. And I've got to tell you, on the strap, this is one of the nicest leather straps I've seen on anyone's timepiece. This thing is very well constructed. It is very thick. It is very comfortable. Literally out of the box wearability. Actually, I would say 0 break-in time. You are going to put this on and it is going to feel like you have owned this watch for months and been wearing it consistently for months. That's how comfortable this thing is on the wrist. And by the way, the leather strap is huge on this thing, 22 millimeters wide. But I'm referring to the length. So even my friend Doug back in Texas, who has wrists the size of small hams, could wear this. Again, this is one of the 2 hotness picks within the hotness pick in the gray. And let's go ahead and have a look at the final color. Now here is your final option of the 4 that are available to you. This one I believe they are referring to as Desert. And you can see why they call it that, because of the use of the tans, the browns, the military desert style look, and obviously is a military timepiece. The official timepiece, by the way, in case I didn't mention that, of the Georgian Armed Forces, that's why it is named that way. It is the only timepiece that is has received that official status or certification from the Georgian Armed Forces. This is a great look. This is the second of the hotness picks, and in my humble opinion, the most unique look out of the 4 that are available to you. I know other companies have done you know, a military look in the timepieces and even got into this desert sand kind of a look. This is a very unique combination that works very well. And I'm gonna, if we get some glare here, my apologies, but I'm gonna try and let some more light show on that dial without getting hopefully too much of a glare here as I work around this. It's a very unique color tone. I would be hard-pressed, being the non-fashion maven that I am, to be able to describe to you that color tone. You have a very nice tan leather strap that is included on this, and then a military-style NATO that's going to come with that. Let me slide that in so you can have a look at that as well. Great look, no matter how you wear this particular timepiece. And I apologize because I remember now on the gray option I did not show you the NATO style strap that came with it. So let me do that really quickly. I'm sorry. This does not come with the watch you see on there. This is the one that comes with the gray just a moment ago. That was option number 3. But this is one of the 2 watches. Either this or the gray is the one I would really put you into. You want the most military look? Go with the green. you want the most classic look, and kind of understated, if you will, then certainly the black is the way to go. But if you want the hotness pick within the hotness picks, it is either going to be this desert or a sand type of color, or the gray. Either one of those, I would tell you automatically, is the way to go with this timepiece. So with that being said, those are the 4 options. Remember, 44mm case design, low profile, Swiss made Ronda 515 3-hand quartz movement, broadsword style hands, custom dial, custom second hand with the UNIQ U, which is done in the Superluminova, as is the hands and the markers, with the exception of this version. This version is going to be a little different. Hands, hour, minute, the tip of the second hand as well as the U on the UNIQ, and the markers you see here on the outer ring are done in Superluminova. On the other 3 versions that have been done, the Arabic numerals would also be done in the Superluminova as well. This one is slightly different, just to be able to not have the numerals blend in against the dial with the lighter color. They are using the dark. Sapphire crystal, 10 ATM water resistant, dual straps, NATO and leather, custom packaging, which we have pictures of if you scroll down again. Excuse me. Great look on this. We'll take a more detailed and brief review of this timepiece, but thanks for taking a look. Okay, just for a little bit of a more detailed review of this timepiece, I'm going to go ahead and use the desert option, or sand, military sand. Great look. And speaking of military, as I said, this is the GAF44. 44 is referring to your case diameter that's been done on this, and remember, it does play larger because of the very slim, almost non-existent fixed bezel that's been done on this. So a very large dial opening from a visual perspective will make the watch wear larger. I would certainly wear this size, no problem. And you know me, I love my big watches, but this one works. But the GAF stands for Georgian Armed Forces. And the reason why this refers to the Georgian Armed Forces, the country of Georgia, again, not the state just to the north of me, but the country of Georgia, is because this watch company, UNIQ, is from Georgia, Tbilisi, Georgia. It is founded by a designer, and I'm going to try my best not to butcher his name, Sviad Sistolia. He is a great designer, but the unique timepieces that he does are very unique. Sorry, no pun intended, but really that is the case. And why is that? Each of his watches are done in very limited productions. These are numbered limited editions. I'll show you the case back in a few minutes. But only 70 per dial color were done on this. That is in a very expensive run. Now, if you're new to timepieces, the numbered limited edition means not only is your watch numbered to show you what number yours is out of the numbered limited edition status, or in this case, out of 70, but the fewer watches that you produce, the more expensive they are, because you're not reusing this. The custom dial work that he had done, yeah, he's not reusing that. The case design, as far as I know, you're never going to see this case design done again. He also does custom packaging. Each of the watches that he does, each of the watch models, has their own packaging which matches to the timepiece, and in this case very militaristic. There's a cardboard style outer box that is done, and then what looks like almost an antique military style tin that you may have seen in a movie, like with C rations or K rations, that were done. And again, we have high def images. Scroll down the page to the beauty shots. You can check that out. He does go into Swiss made. That is very important as well, which is going to cost. He is, of course, if the watch is Swiss made, the the movements are Swiss made, and that is This particular timepiece is using a Ronda, a 515. As you can see, a three-hand quartz with your standard date display done with a unique little, I don't want to say a bezel, but an outer adornment there, again giving you a bit of a more military look that's been done on this particular timepiece. That adds to the cost. Sapphire crystal, yeah, that's there. So you've got a lot of durability. You're also getting superluminova. That adds to the cost as well. And if memory serves me correct, these timepieces not only have the Ronda movement, but since Sviad Sistolia, and again I hope I'm somewhat in the ballpark with the pronunciation, does not have his own production facilities, he's using Ronda's facilities. Some companies will do that, a few companies do, and I believe Sviad Sistolia and UNIQ are one of those companies. 316L stainless steel construction that's been utilized on this timepiece. Custom crown. If I can turn this a little bit without dumping anything here. There you can see the unique design that's been done on the crown. That is the same thing that has been done, sorry for the glare, on the second hand, the back side of the second hand, which you're going to see right there. Now, numbered limited edition, what am I leaving out here? The unique Georgian Cyrillic. This is not your standard Russian Cyrillic. We'll show you on the case back. Each watch ships to you with a on the leather strap, and then you will of course get a secondary 3-ring NATO style strap from UNIQ. And of course here is an example. I showed you this earlier, but here's the one that you're going to get on the desert. Okay, so good look. You can wear it either way. And I want to say again, I'm going to do a more detailed look at the leather strap here in just a second and then show you the case back. Thick, well built, well stitched, and comfortable beyond belief. Quite honestly, you're going to feel like you've been wearing this watch for months the first time you put it on. I've got to say, he really knocked it out of the park on this. We're doing this at what, $229? You are saving a ton of money here on this particular timepiece. If you were to go to, say, Shop HQ, which has access to some of these, I think they're going for $520, $530. That is roughly the price that was on the UNIQ website as well. Don't believe they're available there any longer. So you're saving a large chunk of change by being able to pick this up. So if you're military, ex-military, paramedic, EMT, law enforcement, any of those things, this watch is going to work for you. Military style timepiece, if you wanted to say it has elements of a pilot style timepiece, putting it into the aviation category that UNIQ does, I would not argue with you. I don't know if Mr. Sistolia puts it into that category himself, but I wouldn't necessarily argue with you there because it does have particular aspects. The strap is done in that nature. The very large dial opening is done in that nature. The classic pilot style look gives you at a glance readability, uncomplicated, simplistic in its design, and that is, oops, sorry about that, certainly what you are receiving here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the case back, a quick look at the strap and the construction there, because there's a couple of things I want to point out, and then we'll be done and you can make your purchasing decision. All right, now, excuse me, and I apologize for that. I am fighting coming off the back end of a very bad case of the flu or a cold or something. Anyway, here is the case back that's been done on here, and I'm sorry for the glare, because the way this is designed, it is just going to pick up a ton of glare. Trying to see if I can figure out, see if that works for you. So you can see the medallion style case back done. In the center is going to be a member, representative member, of course, of the Georgian Armed Forces, there with his automatic weapon, scoped automatic weapon, wearing the helmet. Good look to that. Now, come down directly below that gentleman, the second line of writing. As you'll see, This is, I believe, number, what is that, 23 of 70 that's been done on there. So remember, each one of these is only 70 per dial color, as we keep that in mind. Now, as I said, everything is done in the Georgian Cyrillic. So as if you look around the outside edge, it almost looks like Arabic. That's the only way, excuse me, that I know to describe that, but it is not the Russian Cyrillic, it is the Georgian Cyrillic. Remember, this is the official timepiece of the Georgian Armed Forces. So great look there. You can see the numbered limited edition custom case back that has been done on this. Now I'm going to move this around just so I can show you some of the strap. Now, one of the things that we always talk about, and I'm just trying to get this to sit there, sorry about that. Notice the stitching that's been done on this timepiece, okay? As I try to hold that still, there we go. The stitching is very well done. Everything is done in a straight line. You've got very even stitches, the size of the stitches, the spacing between the stitches. And I'm sorry, even though it is upside down, it does say genuine leather. Very long strap. We're looking at the tongue side of the strap here. Standard buckle, dual keeper, one fixed, one floating. So you can get this done on the wrist very, very comfortably. Very nicely done strap. Here's where you can see how thick that particular strap has been done. As we turn it over, very softly pebbled texture that's been done with the contrast box stitching as well. So overall, every aspect of this watch, and you can tell this guy was a designer because everything was done with a great attention to detail. And I'm going to see if I can show you, sorry for the movement here, let me see if I can get everything out of the way here, just to show you that Georgian flag. And I'm trying to find, there we go. You'll see the Swiss made designation at the 6 o'clock position on the dial, the Georgian flag, all of the great looks that have been done to this. So here's the things to keep in mind. Numbered limited edition of only 70 made per timepiece, per dial color, I should say, per model. Swiss made, Swiss movement from Ronda. Most of you know Ronda, know the movement. That adds to the cost. Custom dial work that's been done on there, custom case back as well. Sapphire crystal, super luminova used on the hands and on the hour markers, with the exception of this desert model that we are taking a look at right here. 10 ATM water resistant, secondary strap, you get it on the leather, and it will also ship in that custom packaging with the 3-ring NATO style strap as well. So for this price point, tremendous value to that. If you're into the military look, if you still like a pilot style look, which this one brings a lot of that to the table, this is one to give some very serious consideration to. Thanks for taking a look at it. Thanks for supporting the Hotness picks. We'll have something for you next week, but I hope you're able to pick this up. I think you're getting a tremendous value on this. Thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you next week.